I thought I would introduce myself. I am Louise from Osteopathy by Louise Boyer, and I thought it was about time that I introduced myself. I'm Blue, who is our mascot. For patients who come and visit, they are most likely going to be seeing Blue outside our lovely cabin once the cold weather has calmed down a bit. I wanted to talk about why I got into osteopathy, and having a parrot out on the table might not have been the best idea. But I did want to talk about it. I wanted to talk about how at 17 I started really suffering with back problems, and how unsupported I felt by the health authorities, by my colleagues. I think at 17, when you start getting back issues, people just, especially at that age, people don't really understand. And with pain, it's a difficult thing, because if you can't see it, does it really exist? So a lot of people tend to become very judgmental about people who are in pain. And having been there, not just with my back but with my shoulder, I can absolutely vouch for all of you who have musculoskeletal symptoms, and I can absolutely say without question that musculoskeletal pain is the absolute loot. You cannot work through it. You can certainly do things to rehabilitate yourself, but in the heat of the moment, when things are really acute, sometimes life can seem a bit hopeless, and that's where we come in. So after feeling very let down, sort of rewind even further, actually I should go back into my history. I had a riding accident when I was very young, and I fell off a horse, and I landed back first over a log, and I remember the pain in my legs that day. And nothing was ever really done about it, as of course kids bounce, and it wasn't complacency on my parents' part. It was just kind of, you can still walk, it's fine, you've fallen off a horse, of course it's going to hurt. And it was only years later that I started to realise that maybe the legacy of that injury had actually stayed with me, and the real issue was me getting the support that I needed. And actually it was in my first osteopath that I really felt supported and listened to, and he was actually able to do things rather than hand me a sheet of exercises. He was actually able to get his hands on me and do things that would help. And it really helped. And yeah, all right, I've had problems over the years. We have bodies, they acquire wear and tear. We do things that cause injury. We get older. All of those sorts of things, but it doesn't mean that we have to succumb to them. And I'm really an advocate for empowering my patients, empowering people and allowing them to understand their pain so that they're not frightened of it, and helping them get through the worst parts of it. I'm going to blow away in a minute. Blue, will you calm down? Come on, come sit over here. And yeah, I really just wanted to introduce myself and just say, I've been there. I know what it's like to not be listened to, and I know what it's like to feel like you're not really being heard, and I know what it's like to feel hopeless and helpless and feel like there's no way out. And there is a way out. There are things that we can do. There are ways in which we can support you as a cohort of professionals, and we are highly trained professionals. We know our patients, we get to know them very intimately in terms of their health and history, and how they respond to treatment. So, not every treatment is the same. Every patient I see is different. And that's part of the beauty of what we do. We tailor what we do according to who's on the couch and who's in the room with us at the time. And yeah, I'm very, very proud of what I do as a profession, and I feel like I've been able to do for patients what my osteopath did for me. initially, and what other osteopaths have continued to do for all these years. It's never failed me. So, as well as osteopathy, we also offer massage and reflexology, so full body massage. Obviously, I'm a big advocate for health and well-being generally, and I think we don't, as a society, invest enough time in ourselves. We don't. It's almost like we feel it's wrong that we treat ourselves, that we take time for us. And one of the messages that I want to send out is it's not wrong, it's fine, it's okay. And in fact, we ought to be taking time for ourselves. If we don't look after ourselves, how can we possibly function and look after other people? So if you want to learn more, our website is www.osteopathy.co.uk. That's our new website. Blue will not be on there at the moment, although I'm sure he'll feature at some point. The website is being built, but you can book appointments. There is a link to our Instagram channel. There is a link to our YouTube channel, which is in its infancy at the moment. I don't know why. I've really not been on social media with my osteopathy as much, but that's changing now. So I look forward to connecting to you all, and I look forward to seeing you in whatever capacity you need to be seen. Blue will hopefully have learnt to behave by then and may have calmed down slightly. I am the osteopath with the birds. And yeah, any questions, message me. I'm always here. I'm always on the end of the phone. Just reach out, message. If you have any concerns, we like it when people communicate. And yeah, I just felt it was time to, you fell over then, didn't you? I felt it was time that I did a little introductory video. As chaotic as it might be, with a parrot out, it probably wasn't my best. Get off the table. It wasn't my best idea, but I thought it would be fun. So it was nice to connect to you all, and I'm sure you will be in touch if you want to be. Don't you jump on me. Say bye. Good boy. I'm going to go deal with the parrot now before my next patient arrives. Have a good day, everyone.